Hi, I'm CJ with Elevate with CJ, and I help faith-driven leaders, business owners, and clergy crush doubt, stagnation, and limits. And I teach them to lead with confidence, scale their calling, and to live out their God-given purpose. Through Elevate with CJ, I offer you coaching and mentorship to empower you with the tools and support you need to thrive. With over 15 years in full-time Christian service, I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran who served in the First Gulf War. I've built and led successful businesses, including running my own insurance agency for 10 plus years. Add to that 10 plus years of retail management experience, running a soup kitchen for the homeless, and being married to my amazing wife for 30 plus years. If you're ready to lead, grow, and live faith strong, be sure to like and subscribe for insights and inspiration. Now on to today's video, go. Hey guys, I got a really exciting video for you today. Over the weekend, I was spending some time with Grok, the AI program on my phone, and I do that oftentimes. I'll have deep conversations with Grok or ChatGPT, and it's a lot of fun for me. But this conversation was very interesting because I started challenging it to do some really deep research on some things. And so we went back over the housing market and over the last 30 years and what it looked like. And I started asking it questions like, what was the average interest rate over the last 30 years? If I bought a home in 95, what's that look like today? How much would it be worth? If I sold it today, how much would it be worth adjusted for inflation and things like that? And so the conversation got really, really deep. And so I spent probably about an hour going back and forth with Grok on this. And so, but the results were so interesting and amazing to me that I was like, I've got to share this with my group, with Elevate with CJ. And so what I asked Grok to do was to put it in a text format where it showed kind of the questions that I asked, the answers that it gave. And so I could upload it to what's called Pictory AI, which is an AI generative software that creates videos from text. And so that's what I did. I don't like doing that a whole lot. I do it with some of my lessons in my classrooms, but I typically like to just talk to you all. But it was so interesting, blew my mind. I want you to watch it. Please pay attention to it, and I was just absolutely blown away. So I'm utterly convinced now that the only two people that are making money when you buy a house is the bankers and the realtors. You're not making money as a residential homeowner in the United States. I don't think anyway, from my discussion with Grok. You're not making a profit on it in the long run because of things like inflation, taxes, insurance, that kind of stuff, upkeep, maintenance. And so if you're looking at owning or renting and deciding which is better, watch this video because I think that you're going to find it very shocking in the end.
Hey y'all, welcome to my deep dive into Houston housing over the last 30 years, March 1995 to today, March 22nd, 2025. I've been wrestling with this big question. Should I buy a home or keep renting? So I started asking some questions, peeling back the layers of homeownership, mortgage rates, inflation, upkeep, you name it. Let's walk through what I asked, what I learned, and why I'm sticking with renting. Buckle up. This is going to take us about 10 minutes to unpack. First question I had, what's been the average mortgage rate in Houston over the last 30 years? I figured if I'm financing a home, that's the starting point. Turns out Houston tracks national trends pretty close. The 30-year fixed rate averaged around 5.4% to 5.5%. Back in '95, rates were high, 7.5% or so. They dipped to crazy lows like 2.65% in 2021, then shot back up to 6.7% now. That 5.5% average stuck with me as a benchmark for what I'd pay over time. Next, I asked, what's the total inflation rate been in Houston over those 30 years? I wanted to know how much prices have really climbed. The answer? A hefty 175% to 180%. Let's call it 177.5%. That means $100 in 1995 is worth $277.50 today. Houston's oil booms and housing costs pushed it a bit above the national average, and that got me thinking about real value. Then I got curious about appreciation. How much has the average home increased in value percentage-wise in Houston over 30 years? Homes here jumped 240% to 260%, say 250% on average. So a $100,000 house in '95 is $350,000 now. I was like, whoa, that's a huge gain. Population growth, over 1 million new folks since '95, and oil money fueled that, but I wasn't done yet. That led to my next question. If we factor in inflation, how much has the house actually increased? See, 250% sounds great, but with 177.5% inflation, the real gain's smaller. It works out to 65% to 80%, call it 72.5%. My $100,000 house, after adjusting for purchasing power, nets me $72,500 extra in 2025 dollars. Still solid, but inflation's eating a big chunk. Now I wanted to get practical. If I finance that home at the average mortgage rate, how much money did I actually make percentage-wise? Let's say I put $20,000 down, borrowed $80,000 at 5.5%, monthly payments $454, totaling $163,523 over 30 years. $83,523 of that's interest. I sell for $350,000 in 2025, and my nominal profit's $166,477, about a 90% return on my $183,523 investment. But in real terms, after inflation, it's more like 25% to 60%, say 40%. That's $40,000 to $60,000 in $95. Decent, but I started wondering about hidden costs. That's when I asked, if I had to replace my roof, water heater, and AC unit in the last 30 years, am I still making money? Roof's $11,700, water heater's $1,800, AC's $8,400, all in 2025 dollars. That's $22,000 total. My nominal profit drops to $144,477, a 70% return. Real profit after inflation, about 35% or $52,500 in 2025 dollars. I'm still ahead, but it's shrinking fast. Here's where I got real skeptical. What about other maintenance? Leaky faucets, carpet wear, lawn care, insurance, taxes. Am I still making money then? This is where it unraveled. Minor fixes like faucets and carpet, $27,750 over 30 years. Lawn care, $24,000. Insurance, $1,500 a year, hits $90,000. Property taxes at 2.3% on a $225,000 average value, $5,175 a year, or $310,000 total. That's $451,750 in extra costs, all in 2025 dollars. Add my mortgage, $163,523, and that $22,000 for big repairs, and my total's $637,273. I sell for $350,000. I'm out $287,273. But wait, I forgot selling costs. Realtor fees at 6% of $350,000? That's $21,000. New total, $658,273. My nominal loss is $308,273. Adjusted for inflation, it's a real loss of about $100,000 in 2025 dollars. That 72.5% real gain I started with? Gone. I'm underwater. So I said, hold up, this is wild. Renting's gotta be better, right? Compare that mess to renting. Say $1,200 a month today, about $432,000 over 30 years in nominal terms. No taxes, no insurance, no repairs, no realtor fees. Sure, rent goes up with inflation, but I'm not shelling out $658,273 to lose money. My cash stays mine, and I'm not mowing a lawn in Houston humidity or fixing faucets. Let's break it down one last time. Owning that $100,000 house looked promising, 250% growth to $350,000. But stack on 5.5% mortgage interest costing $83,523, 177.5% inflation cutting my real gain to 72.5%, $73,750 in upkeep, $400,000 in taxes and insurance, and $21,000 to sell. And it's a disaster. Total cost, $658,273 against a $350,000 sale. Renting at $432,000 over 30 years, no surprises, no losses, just freedom. This journey started with me wondering about mortgage rates and ended with a hard truth. Homeownership in Houston's a money pit when you tally it all up. I'm sticking with renting, keeping it simple, saving my cash, and skipping the headaches. What about you? Hit the comments. Let's talk it out.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video. What an exciting video, and I hope you learned something today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and then also just put your comments down below and let us know what you think about this conversation, maybe some questions you may have. Maybe I can help you out. And remember to keep elevating with CJ.